Right, let's see if this works. This is my third time trying to get this going. I don't know if it will, but I'm going to have a quick try now. Anyway, guys, just want to say it's been a great week, a tough week, lots of wins and a few challenges, but we are still on the horse and we're still fighting for democracy and our freedoms. Just want to wish you all a really awesome rest and weekend. As you know, I keep the 7-day Sabbath every week. Kia ora Glenis, and it starts on Friday night, ends on Saturday night and sunset tomorrow night. So that's why I knock off now every week. Kia ora Jeremy, hey Waylon, hey Judy. Just really looking forward to a rest, man. I tell you, I wake up tired and I go to sleep tired, and it's just one of those things. But just want to thank you all for the continuing support for our movement. I was on a Zoom call earlier with Brother Jamie Lee Ross and our team, and the expansion that we're going through right now is unbelievable. So my apologies as well if I haven't got back to you. If you've contacted me, my sincere apologies for that. It's the sheer number and scale of people reaching out to us that's really hard to keep up with. It's a great thing, but it is hard to keep up with, guys. So please forgive that. We're doing our best to work through all the issues. Again, this government just hey Mehana, this government remains to be out of control, and it's just amazing what we're seeing, the information presented to us. And also, I just want everyone to know out there that let's not use the term quarantine centre. They are detention centres. You will see that we posted something today that by definition, the way that they're managing the quarantine service for COVID-19 is a detention centre. Make no bones about it. Under the UN definition of a detention centre, that's how they're now managing the quarantine / detention centre. Now it's under a detention centre type arrangement and management style. So don't be fooled, folks. And also, you know, the amount of people now that are dealing with coping with the idea that they need to be locked up in detention because they've proven to be maybe exposed to COVID-19. The other thing is too, you've got to remember that that when you are tested and of COVID-19, even if it doesn't immediately show up that you're positive, if they think you might be, then they will detain you, and that's something we cannot stand for. It's something that we need to call time on, and it's something also that we need to talk about. If we don't talk about these things, then nothing gets done. The rights of the people get brushed over and rolled over, and we just cannot do that. Yes, it's true that military troops are being deployed all over New Zealand in private security roles. Yes, it's true that this week the High Court in Wellington found that the government was guilty of acting unlawfully and illegally in detaining people and arresting them for the first couple of weeks during lockdown 1. And yes, this government has introduced the COVID-19 Health Response Bill, which is by far the most draconian attack we've ever seen on New Zealand rights and freedoms in our country. Even if you just didn't know anything about what lawful conduct should be, you do know that undemocratic behaviour from a government is just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I met an interesting lady today that came up to me while I was at a team meeting in Whangarei, and it's really interesting to meet people that are just like you, just like me, that are awake. And she came up to me and just thanked me for the stand that we're taking at Advance New Zealand. She thanked all of the team and just wanted me to pass that on to everyone, and just wanted me to pass on that there are sleeping people out there that are waking up to what we're dealing with, and that there is a silent number of people that are too afraid to admit that they're supporting the Advance New Zealand movement because they're frightened of being marginalised. Because why? Because people get called conspiracy theorists. We're not conspiracy theorists. We're factually based people. We've got serious questions from the facts that we've seen, and no one out there is asking the questions, the hard questions of this government. And I don't care whether people want to have a go at me in the media or have a go at Jamie Lee Ross saying that that we're fringe people or whatever. They can say whatever they like. I really do not care one iota. I don't care what people say, whether we're talking dribble or not. What happens is we are committed to exposing the questions that need to be asked of this government, because if we don't ask them, did you know that there's no one left to ask? None of the other parties are asking the questions that we need to have answered. national, they've gone very quiet all of a sudden, and I think Collins stood there last week, exposed that the government wasn't treating them very well and being upfront and transparent with information, and and if the second majority party in Parliament cannot get transparent information back from the government, well, that gives me a great confirmation that this government isn't interested about being accountable to other political parties in government or in Parliament. They're not interested in being accountable to you and I as free-thinking citizens of our country, and we deserve to have this government be transparent in everything it does, and I'm sick to death of these people making decisions without talking to us. And that includes, of course, when you have someone like Jacinda Ardern, our Prime Minister, stand on a platform last year at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation event, Goalkeepers, and commits us, our fair and democratic country, to Agenda 2030 without talking to any of us. Well, no, we won't go quiet. We will say the things that need to be said, and that's why we're here. That's why you've put us here, and that's what our job is to do. So look, before I get wound up, I just want to say we're compiling more information over the weekend. I'll probably talk about those tomorrow night in my briefing, and also again on Sunday. But just want to wish you a good rest out there, whānau. Just take care. Please look after each other and be kind to people. If people need help or someone to talk to, please take the time to look after them. But from my whānau to yours, take care. Have a really, really, really good weekend and be safe. And I look forward to talking to you again. Take care. Kia ora.